So as a teacher, I would look at my students. I taught middle school math, and I would just look at them and I would be like, what the hell? I'm serious. I would look at them, what? Because this new generation is different. They're different. They're a different breed. Like they really are. And I would have lots of conversations. And honestly, my job is 80% mentoring, 20% teaching math. You know, if I had to put it into numbers, they need guidance. They need to hear the right things. Because I would be like, God, what is going on with these new kids? Like they don't get, just simple things like, they didn't get some stuff. And he was like, well, no one's telling them. They don't have, the grandmas telling them, and they don't have that guidance. And that's why you're here. I was like, okay, well, I can stand in the gap. And that's what I did. And then so he told me to come on here. Okay. He said, use my voice to stand in the gap, because a lot of people aren't getting the good advice. They're just not. It's just not out there. And then when I scroll and I look through videos and I'm like, you know what, you're right. It's really not that much good advice out here. Like if I was a young person struggling, trying to figure out how to do life, who am I following? There's not that many people that you really should be following, because they're not doing it right either. And I'm not saying I'm doing everything right. Please hear me. I do plenty of things, and I've made lots of errors, and that's why I made videos even saying about the different things I've done. But it's not that. But people need to see that you can make good choices and still live a productive life. You don't have to, be over here scrubbing the ground and dropping it like it's hot. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it that way. You can be classy. It's a thing. You don't have to be, wretched. Like for real. Like you don't. It's not, for my girls and for my, young men, it's like you don't have to treat women that way. And they need to see men telling them the right things. They need to hear men telling them how to properly treat women, and not all these podcasts saying, oh, there's so much bad information out there. There's so many people loud and wrong, and they're loud. And it's like the loudest people are the wrongest. Honestly. And there are some people saying good stuff, but you don't hear them, you don't see them. And it's like, we need to flood the airways with better advice and better options for our children to hear. And so that's why God said, he needs there to be more positive content out there for our kids. And if we don't put it out there, then we can't really sit back and complain about it not being out there. And I have a voice, and that's why I'm using it.